Hey, what's up? So we're already halfway through the year, if not a little bit over halfway, and it's always a good time to kind of reflect on any New Year's resolutions you might have had, kind of how your progress is tracking towards the end of the year, maybe have a look back on the first half of the year and kind of project out to the second half of the year. So 25 weeks left in the year. If you get paid fortnightly, that's about 12 or maybe 13 paydays. If you get paid monthly, that's somewhere around 6 paydays potentially. So do the math, do the budgeting. That's always all useful information. So at the start of the year, I was pretty amped up. I had a plan for the next year or two, probably a 2-year plan. And so far, I think things are going okay. I have this weird thing where I now don't like to talk too much about my plans until I've actually accomplished them. I think something about, I heard something that like if you kind of talk about your plans too much, it kind of tricks your brain to some degree that makes it think like you've already done it. And also like if you have a plan and you tell people and then the plan takes longer than you expected, but you don't really have set deadlines or anything, then the person you told might check in on your plans and then you have to keep telling them like, oh, I haven't done it yet. And then the person that you told might lose faith in your ability to deliver. And so, things like that where you don't have strict deadlines, just kind of, it can be good to kind of keep it to yourself sometimes until it's realized, and then it's much easier to talk about. Anyways, halfway through the year, some of the things that I did want to do was get better at golf. Now, I bought some clubs at the end of last year. I still haven't played at all, but I've realized that in my apartment, there's just enough space where I can swing a 7-iron and it's not going to hit the roof or it's not going to hit the sides of the wall or anything. So there's enough space that I can actually swing the 7-iron. I've just bought a golf mat, which is kind of like some fake grass that's hopefully going to allow me to actually hit the floor a little bit and kind of practice my swing a little bit more accurately. And then I'm planning to kind of buy either foam golf balls, or I think there's like airflow balls that are lighter, and maybe a net to practice indoors. And I think that will help me a lot because it's hard for me to get to a golf course right now, but that's a different thing. So that's one thing that I've got the ball rolling in, which is good. The other things that want to do, I can't really talk about yet, but there is some progress there, which is good to see. And in terms of budget, I've been pretty good with my savings. Compared to last year, I can tell that my weekly pay, or how much I'm spending per week, has gone up about $10. And I think that's just inflation, probably. It's $10, $15 more than I'm spending per week last year, but still somewhat manageable. And geez, the year is just going by so quick. And when I think about maybe some time off that I'm going to take later in this year, or even the Christmas period, like there's really not that much work time left. So it's going to go by quick. And, outside of work, it's really just the weekends and after work. And if you've got a pretty routine schedule during the week, then it really is just those weekends. So that's 25 weekends that you got. Goes quick, just, checking in on how things are. It's good to reflect. Hopefully everyone else is kind of sticking to their goals. They're going strong. Hopefully we'll finish strong as well. Thanks for watching. See you next time.